Are wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay finally coming to the Kia EV6 and Hyundai Ioniq 5? Hey guys, Technically Jeff here, and there's been a lot of discussion lately about wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and that functionality coming to Hyundai and Kia vehicles like the EV6 and Ioniq 5 and the new EV9, and there's been a lot of news stories that have been coming out about it, and Kia and Hyundai themselves have actually put out some information about it. There was actually an update just a few days ago in Korea, and it lists wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and it's been getting a lot of people excited, but there's a problem. So in some of the news stories, it has noted the CCNC infotainment system, which is the new infotainment system that's debuting on the Kia EV9 and the new Hyundai Ioniq 5N and some other vehicles, but it's not the same system that's in the EV6 and the Ioniq 5 currently. Currently, we have the standard 5W infotainment system, which is an older infotainment system that's pretty common in the vehicles from Hyundai and Kia with the widescreen displays, but it's not the new one. So a lot of people have been speculating as to whether or not it's actually going to be included or not, and I did a couple of polls. I did one on YouTube and I did one on Reddit, and I was asking basically people that have EV6s in Korea, have you done the update, and if so, did it give you wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay? There was not a lot of responses, unfortunately. So I actually reached out to Kia in Korea because I was debating, honestly, just installing the Korean software in my EV6. So I downloaded the Korean software and the USA software, and I was going to take some of the files from the Korean software and put it in with the USA files and install that in my EV6, but I didn't really want to do that unless I knew for sure that it was going to work. So I reached out to Kia in Korea, and they actually gave me a reply, which is great, but they did confirm that the wireless capability is only for the CCNC radios. It's not for the 5W radios. So sorry to burst a lot of people's bubbles. It is not in the update that just came out recently for Korea. It means that it probably will not be coming out in the update that's going to come for the USA infotainment systems in October-November timeframe. But there's also been some discussion that wireless capability has been completed basically for our infotainment systems, and it's waiting on certification basically from Apple and from Android Auto from Google. So that is a positive thing to hear. I know that the capability is there in our infotainment systems hardware wise. It's just a software limitation. Apparently there was some issue with the navigation provider TomTom and agreements with regards to what the navigation button in the car would actually map to when you clicked it, if it would map to Android Auto or if it would map to the navigation provider software. So apparently that's all been worked out, and the software has been worked out too. So that's the latest rumor that I hear, but I just wanted to make you guys aware. I know a lot of people have been getting their hopes up that we would be getting official wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Doesn't look like we're going to be getting it anytime soon, unfortunately, in our EV6 and Ioniq 5 vehicles. Hopefully down the road we'll get it, but in the meantime we're going to have to use adapters. If you haven't checked out some of my other videos, I have done a few different review videos of various adapters that are available. If you just want wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay, the Carlinkit 5.0 is a great device to use. Check out that review video. If you want some more functionality, check out the Carlinkit TBox Plus. That's something I recommend to everybody. It's one of my favorite devices that I use on a regular basis, and it gives you wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, but it also lets you install various apps and run them on the car's infotainment system, and lets you watch videos, which is pretty cool. So today, for example, I was watching Top Gun Maverick on my lunch break on Prime Video in the car, which is pretty neat to be able to do that. So anyway, let me know if you guys have any questions on wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay coming to our vehicles. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate all your support. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when new videos are coming. I got a lot on the way. I was on vacation for a few weeks this month, and I have a lot of videos I need to get done. So be prepared. You're going to see a lot of new content coming from me. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon.